Dr. Bhabani Mallia. Today we will cover the internet-based marketing research and how it is beneficial for a marketing researcher and how it is also linked with the big data which we discussed in the previous chapter, that the data which is collected from internet and you can say the online sources. So in that particular chapter we are going to cover the introduction, then purpose of online marketing research, then how marketing research or internet-based marketing research applications, and we are applying that. Then advantages and limitations of such online marketing research, that including steps in online marketing research and what are the techniques which is coming under this kind of research in this particular chapter. So, at the end of this chapter, we will be able to appreciate the purpose of online marketing research, why it is required, and whether it is really applicable in any kind of marketing research segments or not. Then we will explain the applications of internet-based marketing research. After that, we will discuss the what are the disadvantages and advantages of this particular marketing research. Then, after this discussion of the advantages and limitations, we will go to the description of the steps that are involved in the conduct of marketing research. Then we will explain what are the various techniques used for this kind of marketing research. So, if we'll discuss about the marketing research, we must be focus on our previous chapter, who was big data. So, what was the big data definition? As we know, the data which is very voluminous in size, or we can say six V's with us at that time. The same volume of data was recorded with a very fast speed, and variety was there, heterogeneity like homogeneity was there. So such kind of data particularly we were getting from the internet sources, or we can say from online sources, that was included like our viewpoints, comments, likes, dislikes, whatever we are, what activity we are doing at our online platform, that is coming under big data. So it means that kind of data is coming from the internet sources. It is the more accurate term if you will use. So it means it is related to the marketing research, that the internet is playing a vital role in collecting collection of big data, and which is again helpful for taking a decision for the marketing research. So it has consolidated many traditional and print and dial-up database sources into a single readily available online platform. As because very quickly it is collecting our responses, our likes, dislikes, comments. So the speed of the data is also so fast in that particular process of collection of big data. So a key challenge of internet is also there, that information overload, which can overwhelm researchers despite providing rapid answers. So what challenges is there in the internet? When we are talking about the internet, there are so many advantages. At the same time, there is a challenge is that there is a situation of overwhelming of or we can say the information overload, which will keep another challenge itself. So, for that, researchers must critically evaluate the Internet's usefulness and application for their specific tasks within their available time and resources. So we must be very careful about that, as internet is involved in the process of data collection. We must know what are the challenges, what are the disadvantages, and what can be the best use of these things while collecting the information. So in this particular unit, this is focuses on adapting proven traditional market research technique like survey, focus groups, and listening for the web using online tools and methods. So we are here also using the traditional method like surveys and focus group study or observation. All these techniques we are using, but in a different way, that is online platform or online tools and methods we are using. So coming to the second content of this chapter, that the purpose of online marketing research, we can say the internet is a major and efficient platform for the marketing research, and due to its vast availability of information and substantial goal user growth, it enables easy consumer participation. From the beginning, when we were conducting we were adopting the traditional process, there was the thing that we need to go to the place where the respondent is there or the person who is involved in the matter. The identification again was challenging, but nowadays everybody can take participate in that particular survey, for which we need some data, as because due to the internet or availability of the internet. But the thing is that allowing marketers to quickly gather feedback and update their database, internet is very useful, as because it is facilitating most of the participant quickly, as because the data collection or giving the data is in our fingertips. Once one click will give you the data immediately. But the internet based market research or online marketing research, which is known as, is the method defined by creating online surveys, collecting and analyzing data, and maintaining this digital database for further use. So what we were doing here now, as internet is with us and it is a great means of connection, so we can gather a huge number of data by using the internet itself. And conducting internet based marketing research can be a complex process requiring significant expertise and faces challenges like customer reluctance and response bias is also there. So a major concern is the issue of the confidentiality, and the potential violation of users' personal information is also required. So, despite these challenges, it is highly beneficial due to the internet's wide availability and the ease of something customer demographics. So, research website has been successfully used to accomplish the goals of various marketing strategies. So there are a number of challenges and advancement is also there attached with internet. So we have cited here six out of many. The first one is to get a deeper understanding of company's target audience, then to understand online customers' tastes, preferences, and buying habits. That these are also one challenges, because if you have no proper idea about what is the tastes and what is the preference of the customers, then we cannot run with this kind of customer, as because after before knowing these habits, if we post the questionnaire, then definitely we will not get enough data what is required, as because it is not meeting the consumer satisfaction. Then to discover new business opportunity and business model, and to understand the recent trends on e-commerce platform, then to identify potential areas of growth, and then to determine existing customer satisfaction level and gather feedback. So these kind of data actually very easy nowadays, only due to the internet, as because the internet is vast in use and everybody has an internet now. It is so affordable price. That is why gathering of data instead of traditional method is now too easy, as because the internet facilitate most of the advantages for collection of data. Coming to the third content of this unit, that is application of internet based marketing research. So we must know if it is so useful and which is most important nowadays. So we must know what are the applications of internet based marketing research. So the internet can be used marketing researchers for a variety of purpose. So such as an alternative tools for data collection, as we know, how to analyze consumer online also, what is the consumer behavior, we can also determine by the use of online platform. So, few points we have cited to make the understanding of this particular content application of internet-based marketing research. And the first point is analysis of the marketing environment. So, the internet allows businesses to efficiently monitor their external marketing environment, and the key information sources include research in search engines like Google, Yahoo, or Bing, whatever search engines, and general data and RSS feeds for real time news updates. So, these are the platforms which are engaged to give an analysis report on the marketing environment, and online forums and blogs provides valuable insights into public opinion on various topics. So businesses can also access specialized consumer trend research from marketing research organizations across diverse sectors. So, and coming to the next point of application, analysis of competitors. We are not only analyzing the market, we also analyze the what are the situations and situation of us and our competitors in the markets. So, companies can use the internet to research competitors and evaluate the marketing mix strategy. So many companies use websites to draw customers to their businesses. So these websites offer a lot of useful information. So a company's website often includes a thorough catalog of its items together with frequently available pricing information, so that will help us for a businessman to take a marketing mix strategy for for his or her company. So business websites also include details of a company's product and service promotion strategies also. So you can also acquire a financial report outlining how a business is operating through the corporate website or another website that charges customers to access company financial reports. So coming to the another application of the internet in marketing research, the next is online surveys. So online surveys are an easy way to get or to do primary research through the internet. Like a notice requesting participation in an online survey will appear when an internet user accesses a website with online questionnaire. So users will be questioned about their opinions of the business and its product and service at a time. So at the same time, a respondent will post the feedback what he or she wants. So that is immediately go back to the owner or the company itself, as because the website is designed in such way. So the industry in which it completes, and online surveys are often brief and easy to complete to encourage user involvement. So previously, when the traditional method was there, it was too difficult, or an investigate or an respondent is not interested to fill all the forms, as because it contains a lot of forms with many n number of questions. So nowadays, as always, there is a mobile phone in our hands. So whenever you are seeing any kind of website and we found a questionnaire, it is now become easy for us to give the response, as because it is not too lengthy and so important questions are there, and in a easy way or attracting way that we are quickly involving in that particular survey. So what is happening, a person is involved, no doubt, at the same time the opposite is also completing his task, that collection of the information. So analyzing the data received from online surveys is used to develop a marketing strategy. So suppose one person or the few respondent has given few feedbacks on a particular website or feedback on the product, then when he or she is submitting the feedback, the company immediately knows about the feedback or drawback or what are the advantages, which is again helpful for the researcher who is conducting the research, or you can say that is helpful for the company who has floated such kind of questions. So on the basis of these responses, one person can make or develop the strategy also to again compete in the market. So online survey is again most important factor for making any strategy or for making any kind of decisions. Then the next one is analysis of usage. So businesses do research and to learn about the customer buying habits and how popular their websites are. So some organizations use their own software to acquiring data or internet usage, while other hire outside firms to carry out the investigations. So usage analysis will reveal the number of visitors to the website, where they came from, and how long they stayed there, and which section of the website they used. So this is the survey which is actually analyzed by an experts. So what the analysis of usage says, now after collection of this information, we can know such kind of data like how many customers have visited my website and which particular things of my website was so attractive. How I could know? Now by seeing the staying time in that particular item in my website was too long. So that will tell me this is the use, or we can say this is the uses of the customers of my website, or this is the liking or disliking of this of the object in my websites. So coming to the cookies, cookies are very small text files temporarily stored in a user's browser when they visit a website. So they track and records a user's visit. So including which pages are viewed, time spent on pages, and navigation pattern on the website. So due to this cookies, we can track all these records, which is actually very helpful for the researcher. And business use this data to analyze user behavior to improve to improve their website and marketing strategy. As we said, when we can analyze that data which is collected from the online survey, that how much they are using, how much time they are spending on our website, and from at which portion they are interested in, the customers are interested in of our website. So these kind of data analysis will help us. And who recorded that? Now these are the cookies. So what it is doing? Now it is keeping records of all these things what we actually require. That how many time a person visited to our website, how many time he or she spends, or what is the navigation pattern. That will give us to prepare our strategy again more improved one, or the robust one. So businesses use this data to analyze user behavior to improve their website and marketing strategies. So cookies also allows websites to personalize the experience of registered user. So what we can see that few people are visiting at the same time, there are few visitors or there are few customers who are actually regularly visiting or regularly using our website. So for them also cookies, what cookies do, now it allows the register websites to personalize for them who are the most frequently visitors of our my website. And as a resources of secondary data, the internet's role in marketing research extends beyond primary data collection. So serving as a major repository of secondary data, key benefits include and these are the features like 24/7 global access of the data, often available or for free or summarized findings of institutional website. So these are the components, as it is a very huge source of the secondary data. And a significant drawback is the potential for a mismatch between the researcher's need and the available data. So only drawback of the source of secondary data is the secondary data is very high in nature, very voluminous. But the thing is that the person which choosing the data, or the researcher who is requiring the data, that should be the requirement should be matched with the availability of the data. Because once it is not matching with the requirement, the data is there but it is not matching to my requirement, then the conflict, or we can say the problem will start. So as the information may have been collected for different purpose, so that is why in this particular case, whether we need to collect the data again or we have to filter the secondary data in such a way that I will get all the requirement or required data from the secondary data which is already stored previously. Excuse me. So coming to the fourth content of this particular chapter, internet use of internet in marketing research. The fourth content said advantages and limitations of online marketing research. So, as we know, everything has a merits and demerits. We nowadays also facing few problems from the internet, or we can say the mobile use of mobile phone. If there is no internet, simply that mobile phone has no meaning. We are realizing, as because it indicates that that statement is true, as because all the time when we are getting that our mobile phone is busy or engaging means internet is there. Without internet we cannot browse anything or we cannot do any kind of activity which is progressive in nature. Only we can do one thing, that we can talk only. So it indicates that there is a huge use of internet. But except that there is also few advantages and also few disadvantage of this online marketing research. The first one or point I have cited here, wider geographical reach. Use of internet for marketing research allows the researchers to wider the scope and collect the diverse feedback across the geographical border. See, what we are doing in the internet, once we floated few questions on websites, or it means use of internet is there. So it means it is not only limited with few persons. Why it is so? Now, as because it is traded. When it is online, there is no limit. There is no regional limitations because anybody can access that data. That is from inside India, outside India. It is also possible. So the geographical area in this particular internet survey is too high. So use of internet for the marketing research, it allows or it gives the scope that the researcher to widen the scope and collect the diverse feedback across the all geographical border. It may be any place, but it gives the scope. Second is faster data collection. As one of the V among that six V's was the velocity. So, in that particular term, under that particular term, what we read, what we came to know, now the collection of data is also so faster. Within a fraction of time, we are getting a lot of volume of data we are collecting or we are gathering from the internet source. So, the internet users get a data collected in lesser time in compared with the traditional method. As traditional method was there, it was too lengthy and too time taking also, and also it was requiring a lot of human resources also to complete the task. But what we are seeing here, now the data collection process is also so faster in comparison to traditional method, as because it facilitates that collection, as because it quickly collect the data and it facilitate us to gather the data also in quick manner. The third point is varied segments across geographical location. The researcher, while using internet-based techniques for the purpose of data collection, may go deep into segmentation across geographical location. As we know, when there is a wider location is there for the question, particular question, or we can say that the geographical area is too large in nature, then what we will do or what a user should do, the user should categorize the data according to or you can say the deeper knowledge should be there on regarding the geographical location. Then only it will be better to go for the analysis after getting a very good insight among the segments of that particular geographical location. Then coming to the fourth advantage and limitations, that immediate outcome. One of the most important advantage of this is immediate outcome. Means outcomes we are getting very immediately or quickly. So marketers, while conducting the online marketing research and collect and acquire the data instantly for the purpose of analysis and review as collection of feedback online, involves lesser time as compared to the traditional method. See, what we said in previous point, that we are quickly collecting the data what I acquired. It is happening due to internet or due to the speed, the velocity. So what we are again the next point says, as quickly as we are giving the respondents, immediately we are going to the outcome, as because we are instantly go for the analysis. Then once it is done, then we got the outcomes. So as the collection of data process is too quicker in comparison to traditional method, now this part becomes possible for us to quickly get the outcome or immediately get back the outcome. Coming to the customization, online traditional method, it is possible for the researchers to customize the market research survey depending upon the demographics, language, cultural value, and other preferences of online participants. So, this is not traditional method that it will take again much time and everything is more requirement like resource person questionnaire everything, as it is a new and the modern technology is there to collect the data. So to researchers and to researcher has a scope that the market research survey will immediately grasp the demographic and language and cultural values and other preferences of the participants quickly. So that is again easy for us to customize them. Then the sixth point says it is cost effective. See, when we are using or hiring a person in the traditional method for the data collection, obviously it will take some money for the collection of data. And again, it is not a case of only one investigation. There may be many investigation will be required for the data collection. So it was a cost. It was not so cost effective. It was very costly affair. It was previously. But nowadays, as we are conducting the same process by internet, so no cost is required. Once we float it in the website, other can easily see it and quickly respond it. So market research data may now be obtained by quickly and affordably, thanks to the internet. For that, by email also you can send anything and quickly you can get the response from the respondents. So online surveys are far less expensive than the people calls in the personal interviews or surveys sent by postal. It may be direct method, it may be indirect method, it may be questionnaire method, whoever traditional method is it. It is all are always a cost related or high cost spending methods it was. But nowadays, due to internet, it becomes so cheap and so cost effective for the researcher that without a high cost, he or she can go for a marketing research. Then the seventh point is diversity of the questions. So market research online service can be designed with a variety of questions types and logic. That includes MCQs, single or multiple responses, open-ended questions or multimedia questions, rating scales, dichotomous yes or no questions, and built-in advanced logic conditions. So it is abundance of research supports and software that is available on online. So we cannot say that only MCQs will be given in the questionnaire. We cannot say that only long questions or one or two line response question will be done there. So a questionnaire in the marketing research contain various segments of data questions like MCQs is also there, single or multiple responses are there, open-ended questions are there, multimedia questions, everything is there. So we can say in the marketing research, we must be very careful for the while we are going for the analysis, as because the questions are diverse in nature. All are not following the same question pattern. This is the one of the drawback. Then the next is the easy to use. So online survey for marketing research or for market researchers set time and their time for the researchers. And data analysis is made simply by accessibility of the collected information, which can also be quickly transformed into spreadsheets, graphs, and reports. So as it is quickly collected, as the data is now quickly available with the researcher, but so it is now become very easy to use. Why it is so? Now the online surveys of the marketing research now saving our time to collect the data, again to analyze the report also. So data analysis is made simple. Why now the accessibility and collected information is now taken very less time in comparison to the previous time. So for that reason, it becomes now more cheaper, more easier for the researcher to use the data immediately or quickly basis. So which can also be quickly transformed into spreadsheet and graphs or reports, whatever we want to represent the data. That part can be easily solved or quickly accessed. So, if we talk about the advantages and limitations simultaneously, we can see here in advantages of the internet marketing research, it is relatively low cost. What we discussed recently, that the data collected from the internet sources, the marketing data that we collected according the questionnaire or few small questions in the website, it is too low cost. And but what is the limitations of this? That is difficulty in application in the area of low internet penetration. So it is used, no doubt, no question on that, because very quickly a respondents also giving the responses, and it is quickly collected by the researcher. But the thing is that what will happen if the internet penetration or the internet connection is very low in a particular place? So that is the limitation. If we are truly fully dependent on the internet, then it will be harmful for us, as because though no internet connection means no data collection. No data collection means it will lead to collection of data physically. Again, physically means high cost. So when it is internet connected area, high internet connected area, then obviously it is too low cost. Coming to the second point, easy application and the speedy execution. So what is he saying? Easy application. The application of data is so easy, and speed also it is executed and it's very quickly, and the speed of the collection of data is very high in the internet. And but what is the limitation? The not suitable in case of weakness of ICT infrastructure, hardware barriers, and to potential respondents. As in the traditional method, there was an involvement of investigator. If investigator is not there, not efficient, or absence of investigator is there, means there is a lack of collection of data. But here, what is most crucial role? Now, what is the most important part of the collection? Now, no suitability in case of weakness of ICT infrastructure, which we can say the barriers. What are the barriers we can face for the in case of internet, or we can say the hardware barriers are also responsible for the low, or we can say it can be treated as, and it is also one of the limitations that if no internet is there, then we cannot go through or we cannot get the data very speedy manner. Then the third limitation advantage is wider geographical coverage. What we discussed now in by the use of internet, we can cover any place, any geographical region, which we cannot imagine in our dream that we can reach there. But we can reach by using of internet. That we can, we are a people of India, but we can reach any location which is outside of our geographical area of the India. We can reach to the America, Africa, whatever region, as because due to internet, as it is covering all the geographical areas, but it is a most we can say most important advantage of the internet. We can reach out any location, any point of time, but anonymity and expression or dummy responses in place of original participant may lead to biasness. So what is said, no doubt we are reaching, but if the person who is giving the data is not the right person or should not be the participant, as the investigator was not is not present at that time of point of collection of the data while giving the response, while giving the response, the respondent with the respondent, no investigator is there. So it is purely on the basis of bias the respondent is giving the result. This is the difficulty which is actually involved in the online marketing research. Suppose it is this question is applicable for the user, but another non-user person of that particular product is there, and he or she found that my parents phone, that is the problem has given, then let us give some answer, but it is actually not. And it is why it is happening, as because it is covering all the area, all the geographical region, but it is not mentioning, or it is not it is not banned for that person who is not involved. It is not there actually. That is why it is one of the limitation of the online marketing research. And the capability to automatically generate transcripts for qualitative response, qualitative research, and to process the quantitative research in real time. And is at the same time, what is the limitation? And due to lack of direct interaction, there is little control over whether the chosen respondents actually participate in the survey or not. And coming to the last but not the least, the point is customization of instrument depending upon respondents' previous opinion, that is interviews in chatbots. So this is a kind of data collection by using chatbots. So lack of participant evaluation of the sensory properties of the product. So as there is no direct interaction, so who will give the priority to the sensor point or sensitive point of this particular question of the product? So it is lacks there. So sometimes it may happen that what data we have collected, it may not be so accurate than the data collected physically by the respondent, by the investigator. Sorry. And another disadvantage is lack of opportunity to observe the verbal and non-verbal expressions and reaction of the participant. It is also lacking as because the respondent is giving response, no doubt, or suppose we assume that they are giving, but we are not directly observing that while giving this respondent, what was the activity, or what is the verbal communication or the expression of that particular respondent, as it is happening, as because that person having no investigator with him or her to understand this expression. So this is also one most important disadvantage of the internet marketing. So in the content fifth point, we can say we can study what are the steps in online marketing research need to be understood. So first one is define the target audience. Who are the target audience? Now the target group defines the customer segments of whom you are targeting for the entire campaigns, because it is not, we can say it is always that all the geographical region, all peoples are targeted or responsible respondent for my research. So we cannot say. So that is why we should first define the target audience. So who are the audience or the population who will respond my questions? So the marketers need to define the online customer demographics such as age, geographical region, so like income group or spending patterns, habits, etc. to be defined fast. Otherwise, I may get data, but the data may not be suitable as because I was unable to touch the respondents which are really applicable or really involved in my situations. Then the second step after defining the target audience, the preparation of research questions. Once I find out who are the people for my research, then I should go for the preparation of the question. What questions should be asked to them, so that I will get my appropriate answer for my research. So what he is saying, it is required to design a relevant techniques and prepare questionnaire for the purpose of data collection. So if the marketer wants to find out through consumers' preference to a specific service on mobile application, say urban clap, we can take the example, then the respondents involved in the data collection must be the actual users of these applications. So suppose as per the example I have cited here, suppose I want to know about the urban clap, how it is functioning, what is more requirement, then I must definitely go for the targeting the people past, or means who are the people. Now those category of people, those are using that particular use. Then according to that, I will go for the preparation of the question. Then I will ensure that the active engagement of the participant. Once it is defined, the work is not over, as because making a plan for how to connect with your target audience comes next. So this could come through a number of marketing methods such as social media campaigns, email campaigns, direct customer consumer outreach, or online research portal is also there to be used to engage the participant in that particular events for collection of data. Then the lastly, after getting all the data, then we will go for the summarize the findings and reports preparations. So what we will do here now, once the result are achieved, so we first targeted the audience, then we came for the we set the questions, then we focuses on the engaged participation in that particular process. After collection of this data, for this step, we will analyze that same data. So after analyze the data, what we will achieve, the researcher need to now summarize the findings based on the recorded opinion of the participants, and for the purpose of analysis, the report preparation. So once we get the analysis report, then we will go for the preparation of the report. So the conclusions must to include the executive summary, findings, and an action plan. So participant background information and through explanations of what the finding means. So these are the steps included in the process of online marketing research. So coming to the sixth content of this particular unit, that is online marketing research techniques. What are the techniques that are involved in the marketing research? First one is the online survey, as we discussed many a time in this particular content, how we will conduct this online survey. So it is the most commonly and popularly used tool and to collect the data. So a setup questionnaire is sent out to the target customers via multiple channels. That may be your website, maybe social media or emails, whatever it may be. But online surveys are used by marketers to get information and opinion about their products and services. So similarly, effectiveness of the various marketing strategies can also be measured with the help of customer feedbacks through survey. For instance, we can take the marketers may use dichotomous questions like yes and no for to record the customer satisfaction in the form of agreement or disagreement, or Likert scales type questions to determine the respondent's level of agreement with a specific statement. So researcher must understand the purpose first of the survey, then while designing the questions. So according to that, the question should be decided. Otherwise, the customers may feel so bored, and so will show no interest towards the question. So that should be keep in mind for a good researcher. Then the second point is extraction and cleaning. So the extraction and under extraction and cleaning, we have a focus group, online focus group, like the same. It is similar to the focus groups technique used for the by the traditional data collection method. That online focus groups are good for gathering qualitative data directly from the participants. So here, online focus groups can be divided into two parts. So chat-based focus groups. Here, one of the group is chat-based focus group. here what we are doing, it is also called as asynchronous focus group. Users respond to the surveys questionnaire or even post of the pictures vendors in the form of their feedback to the questions. So participants can also interact with each other with the help of the moderator. For example, an apparel brand that launches a new clothing line and then takes feedback on various aspects such as pricing, stores, ambience, and the products, trends, or all of this in a group, in a discussion. Then the second group is real-time focus group. So this focus group discussion takes place in real time as at a predefined time, and that is already communicated to the participants, and it is usually of 8 to 10 participants who discuss on predefined objects. So with the help of moderator, here there is a presence of moderator, and the advance of online focus groups are they conducted on any time and anywhere, and online focus group monitoring is also easy, and the moderator can continuously monitor qualitative insights from members. So secondly, there are no physical and geographical or demographic restrictions with online focus group researchers. So here we are, if we are using the real time focus group, then there is no restriction on this particular topic. So thirdly, the data collected through this technique can also be analyzed using the online tools available for the analysis purpose. Then the next one is online communities. So a online community, also called the internet community, those are most of the time are live in the internet, and is a group of people actually who interact online on a common purpose and interest or vision. So interaction occurs through various platforms such as social media. It may include Facebook, it may be Twitter, and chat rooms, discussion boards, blogs, video games, whatever. It all are included in the online communities. And so members often refer to as a family. Shared idea, post content, comments, discussion, give advice, and collaborate based on their common interests. So these communities are popular in gaming applications and also extend to dating sites and virtual worlds here where people can meet others. Online communities foster continuous peer-to-peer interaction without geographical restrictions, enabling natural conversations. So researchers monitor these platforms to generate actionable insight and ensure a safe environment. So this method can be used independently or combined with scheduled research to enhance insights through informal discussions. So coming to the next and most useful tools, that is Google Analytics and Google Keyword Tool. So keywords are that words or phrases that match user searches, and selecting the right ones is crucial for the searching at the target audiences, in particularly during a campaign. So tool like Google Keyword Planner provide insight into consumer search behavior. So we have most of the time we have seen while writing we can see this, we have not completed that word, but the similar kind of word it was shown by the Google analyst in the search engine. So what it is doing, it is measuring or studying the what is the behavior of the customer. So Google Analytics is a free tool that tracks and analyzes website traffic, and it uses embedded code for the record users' activities and attributes. So it also provides insights to the customer behavior, product performance, and effective marketing channels. So the data collected helps marketers identify patterns such as products with high views but low purchases, and understand which social media channels are most effective. These are the things we are getting from the Google search. Just like user level related to action by each user. Second, session level, so each individual how many times they are visiting. Then page view level, like each individual page visited, how much they have visited. Event level, like button clicks, video views, or what they are seeing. So these are the analysis which is actually automatically done by the search engine, uh, which is designed for the users. Then coming to the social media listening, we can say social media listening takes the sentiment underlying the data into account, where social media sentiment analysis is a crucial component of social media, that is listening in order to understand how people feel about you and your competitors. So this kind of response also we can get from the internet, or we can say by the use of search engines. So you should focus on what you can learn from dialogues rather than simply tracking the number of times your brand is referenced. So you can react swiftly to unforeseen events by being aware of shifts in the social media sentiments. So coming to the next point, that is online interviews, which is actually most important nowadays. So what is the meaning of online interviews? Now face-to-face conversations are possible during online interviews also, like what the platform we are using, like Skype is there, Google Meet is there, Zoom is there, and Microsoft Team is there. So many platforms are there for the face-to-face interaction. So that facilitates a researcher that not to move or to visit all the geographical region which is include in the researcher, but it is possible through online. So you may let the conversation flow naturally and keep an eye on the interview's body language. So here, in the use of this online or internet, we can observe the what is the body language, what is the interviews is doing while while participating in the interview, and your interviewees can respond to self reflection questions to aid in the creation of your buyer's profile. So these buyer's profile outline the age, number of children in the family, income level, profession, difficulties encountered at work, and other characteristics of your ideal consumer's lifestyle, customer's lifestyle. So your whole marketing plan, from the feature you include in your product to the information you publish on your website. So that can be influenced by having these buyers profile in hand. So what facility we are getting here now? There is a chance or scope of face-to-face interview or conversation, which help us to judge or to analyze what is the behavior, how they are reacting, how it is the reflect respond. All these things are reflected. So now it is good for the researcher that he can get all the information from that face-to-face interview, and which is now possible only for the online, or you can say the internet, that we are using in the research. Then coming to the customer satisfaction and loyalties, it is also plays an vital role. That customer satisfaction and loyalty surveys will help you to understand how to get existing customers to do business with you again, and that will inspire them to do so, such as loyalty programs or rewards if we are providing. So you can use the results of this search or figure out how to best encourage consumer satisfaction. So as we know, in marketing research, customer satisfaction and loyalty service both are very crucial. If customers are not satisfied with my service and my product, then obviously my business will not, in my long run, my business will not, will be no more. So for that, if we will go for the surveys on the basis of this customer satisfaction, and the basic motto is customer satisfaction, and what loyalty service I should provide. So these things can happen, or that this kind of survey can be conducted with the help of this internet or in marketing research, that I can understand what is the customer satisfaction, and understanding that also it is not the end. At the same time, I should provide some service loyalty features to these particular respondents, just like loyalty programs or any rewards giving programs should be conducted, so that they will be with us forever. So this kind of survey also really possible in the internet platform. Then the next is blogs. So how blogs is important. Now a blog is a regularly updated section of a website or a standalone site, we can say, so where a new content is frequently added. So everybody is nowadays interested for blogs creation, because through, as we know the definition of blogs, that it is a regular updation or updated section of a website. So if the same website is has no changes for a long days, so what we are thinking, oh, the same boring website is there, no updates, nothing is there, and it is also not possible to always to update with new things. But one more thing we can do, that posting blogs. What blogs? Now blogs is the new update. Suppose very small update is there, it is not possible to plot in the website or in mentioning in the website, but we can plot in a very small box that is called blog, and that will attract. So every time whenever we are updating new things, then it will be make the customer habituate that to visit the website, that definitely something is there, they will visit and they will came to know about that new things, new updates. So it facilitates two ways communication with readers through features like comment sections and social media sharing on static web pages. So while often part of a company's website, a blog can also be an entire website itself. So commonly used for personal purpose like travel or fashion. So, but sometimes it is not always very small. The blog, it may be a total entire company platforms also. So this could be taken into consideration for when we are in the now in the 2020 or Gen Z. Now, all the people and all the human being nowadays it is in use of these internets. So definitely for marketing research, internet will be the best media for collection of data, at the same time analysis and preparation of report. So it was all about the content, but in summary I would like to say that we have discussed here the purpose, application, advantage, techniques and trends of the internet based marketing research, that including how to use existing sources, online surveys, chat based sessions, online focus groups, social media listening, and so on. Many things we have been discussed. So the internet actually significantly improves a researcher capacity to find difficult information in local and global market, as because why it is global, as because using of EU or use of internet has no limitation on geographical region. It facilitates to move across the world. So many of the standard print resources and the online based database systems are nowadays required separate dialogue access for now available is also in the online. So however, it should be noted that while the internet can rapidly address some urgent information needs, it also tends a result in the information overload also. At the side by side, we should not forget what is the challenges in the internet we should face. So keeping this in my mind or in the researcher mind, then the researcher can smoothly use the internet in the marketing research. If these difficulties is not addressed or we are not giving put priority to these difficulties, then my marketing research may hamper by using the internet services. So it was all about the internet, what is the priority and importance, and what are the limitation advantages of marketing research for the researcher who is going through the marketing research. For today's class, this much was about all the marketing research. Thank you.